So I want to show you a little bit today about what I do for my research, because one of the things I do is I study bird songs. And right now I'm in a place close to where I live on the coast. This is a little place called Gulch Creek. You can probably hear the creek in the background. And this is just north of San Francisco, near the town of Bolinas in Marin County. And the Pacific Ocean is that way. It's less than a mile away. So we're really close to the coast. But this is a little creek that flows through this little patch of woods and goes into the bay, or goes into Bolinas Lagoon right next to us. And the reason I come here is because this place has a lot of different kinds of birds. I just saw a dove fly over there, it caught my eye. And another reason I like to come to this place is because the birds I study, Pacific slope flycatchers, they often hang out in this woods. But right now it's Easter Sunday, and it's kind of about 1 o'clock or so, so birds tend to be a little quieter this time of day. So really what I want to show you with this little video is how I go out and study bird songs. And to study bird songs, I need to first record them so I can take them in the lab and analyze them. And so I want to show you a little bit what I use. This is a microphone. Now, the microphone has a handle here, and then it has a cord that goes to this recorder that I'm holding here. So this is a digital recorder. Now what happens here is that the end of the mic is here. So I'll show you here. You can take this thing off. Well, I guess I can't. But this kind of fuzzy thing on the end of the mic makes it so you don't hear the wind. Because the wind on a recording will sound kind of like a low muffled sound, and it will make the recording sound worse. So the mic's covered by this fluffy thing so you don't hear the wind as much. And then I'm holding it here because the more you touch the mic, if you wobble it or jiggle it, all those sounds come through on the recording. So even this cord, if this is wiggling, that comes through on the recording. So I hold it like this from this handle, and that way I don't have to touch the mic nearly as much. When I was here last year, I heard some of the birds I study here. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk along this path here and see if we can find some of the birds that I study. And if we don't, I'm sure we're going to find something else interesting to record, because there are a lot of interesting birds in this little patch of woods. Okay, well, it's a little bit quiet in here, but it turns out that there's a bird up ahead that we can record. So let's go here, okay? Now I hear some birds in here. There's a chickadee right here that was just calling. See? It's real close. Let's see if it calls. There's a song sparrow singing in the background. And I just heard a pair of birds called wren tits, and I heard another bird that just got back from Mexico called a Wilson's warbler. Now the neat thing about bird songs is that in a place like this where there's so many leaves and bushes and trees kind of packed into this spot, that you can't always see what's around you. But we, and the birds of course, can kind of tell who's around them just by listening. So in this kind of environment, it's actually easier to hear what's around you sometimes than it is to see what's around you. And so birds are using sounds just like we use sounds to communicate. Okay, so I think I hear some kind of interesting things that we might be able to record. I heard an Anna's hummingbird singing here. Let's see if we can find it. See it up there on that branch, maybe. So that was an Anna's hummingbird. Here's what it sounds like on the recording. I don't know if this is going to pick up, but let's check it out. You can see it up there on that branch, maybe.